What is up, my crypto legends? How is everyone doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. And we are going to analyze what is happening with Bitcoin. We have lost a major support level that I'm going to talk about in today's live stream. We're going to take a look at the potential scenarios. Where can the price bounce? Where can the price get rejected? Are we going to go to much lower levels? Might be your question, and this is something that I want to talk about in today's live stream, guys. Before I go through Bitcoin and what has happened with this price action, I want you guys to absolutely destroy that like button here on your way in before we get started. And I'm going to go in quickly through the comment section and say hello to whoever is here. Jason, what's up, legend? 2 waiting and 2 likes, says Jason. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm shorting out of Ethereum. Okay, it's a swing trade. See ya in mid-August, says Infanti. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty scary. I know a lot of people are bearish. I know a lot of people are bullish. I want to ask the community, are you bearish in the coming weeks for Bitcoin? Because it was almost about a 50-50 on the latest live stream, okay? So let me know. I want to know the community. What do they think, okay? Are you bearish or bullish in the coming weeks for Bitcoin? And I'm going to continue here through the comment section, and then I'll give you my opinion on Bitcoin. What are the strongest levels? Are we going to go to much lower levels? Because it does look like that we are just about to retest the lows of this ascending channel. We had this descending wedge formation that looked pretty good for a potential bounce from the lows. I did enter along. I protected my position. This was shared here with my trading community, all right, from the competition, all right, entering here at the $21,600, and you know, current price was at 22.1. I said to my community, you know, I'm protecting my position. You know, we are in this ascending channel, all right, and we could come to much lower levels. I'm speculating that this descending wedge has a possibility in breaking up. Protected position. Just a few hours later, got stopped out at break even because we did have the breakout from this $21,500 range. Is this a successful breakout though? We're going to talk about this right away, guys, so we can defend ourselves, okay? Most importantly, that I entered that long position, I got protected, okay? We need to protect our capital and we need to make gains, all right? So that trade did not play out, didn't play out in the profits in the end. But we're going to talk about, you know, high probability scenarios right away in the short term for Bitcoin, okay? Because we are just about to hit a very strong level right over here at this range, just at the $20,500. So let's just say hello here to everyone. Joseph, one of my strongest moderators here. Thank you very much for joining. Hemraj, how are you doing? Pratesh, yo. Hello guys, legends and people. Racing Pixel, how are you? Lintar, Bearish Gartley, BTC, Bearish Gartley. Okay, I haven't been looking at any harmonics at the moment, but we can take a look. There was a harmonic pattern that I did take a look on the S&P 500, and I've got to say I am shorting S&P 500 right now. I want to give an explanation why, and if the S&P 500 does look bearish, then of course it will probably likely drag Bitcoin to the downside. Also, I think S&P 500 is at the verge of a major correction, and I'm going to give you my explanation and my opinion because of that. We do have some really important news tomorrow. We do have FOMC meeting. We do have the decision of interest rates. This is at 8:30 Central European time, so we're going to see some volatility tomorrow. I'm going to be cautious with any trades that I do have open. But yes, we're gonna, let me just go quickly through the comment section, continue to say hello. Super important for me to say hello to the community. Jose, how are you doing? Let's go. LV5 Vegan, how are you? Joseph, Keegan, thanks for all what you do for the community. Andy, appreciate your hard work. Keegan, you very much very much welcome. And I do appreciate all of these comments a lot. Good morning, trader. Crypto Freaks, says Studio 388. Hello everyone, hello, hope you're doing absolutely phenomenal. We got Joseph here putting some emojis of my face on a bull. Right guys, let's dive in. BTC at the 5618 Fibonacci level from the previous wave, so a critical point right now in my opinion, says Angelo. Yeah, this is something that I want to discuss also. We are at a very nice Fibonacci level from the low point to the highs. Okay, just about hitting that 618 at the $20,900 $20,800 range, as you can see right over here. But not only that, not only we are hitting the 618 level, if you do connect these higher lows right over here, this was clearly a fake out. This was just a consolidation, still creating a higher low. And at this moment, this is that critical level and potential another higher low, right? This short-term trend for the last month is still to the upside. So are you bullish or are you bearish? Let me know in the comment section, because this is also like an ascending channel, guys. And we are coming from a very aggressive downtrend. You know what happens usually when we have this large consolidation coming from a downtrend, right? We have an uptrend here. This is like an ascending channel, bearish flag, and then smack to the downside. And what we are doing right now is something very similar. Does this mean that we are going to continue down, or this has nothing got to do with this kind of scenario and we are actually going to reverse from this level? This is also something that I'm going to discuss in this live stream. Of course, we are creating higher lows still, guys. We are hitting 618 from the pump that we did have started on the 13th of July. And we also just about hit the biggest point of control level from the volume traded the last 40 days approximately. We have it right over here at the $20,500 range. This level has been very much respected in the past, as you can see right over here. Okay, we do have several bounces as resistance, as you can see here, and also as support once the price level got above this level here mid-July. So is this strongest point of control going to hold with the support of this ascending channel? I mean, it's very possible that if the price action continues to the downside, a potential short-term bounce is very likely. That is what I am looking here in the immediate short term. Now, what we talked about yesterday, why did I enter a long position at this range? Okay, we need to explain. We've been talking about this level yesterday, that $20,500, that 21,500, 21,600. We just wicked down there and had a big massive pump. And the reason I longed here was because of speculation that this support level was going to hold and we were going to attempt to hit the lower high resistance from this wedge. Okay, looking for that leg up. But finally, it did not happen. We were also talking about this range, okay? It was a major daily level. We have strong resistance right at this range. And this is why also, I was longing this bounce over here. It was a very fast bounce. Volume was pretty nice, as you can see here. If we take a look at the 15-minute chart and zoom in, volume wasn't looking bad. It looks like that the bulls want to defend this range. They wanted to defend this level. Quick long opportunity, price action was here. I was waiting for that price action to the upside, protected position. What happened a few hours afterwards? Then of course I woke up with no trade open because I protected my position, stopped out immediately with this aggressive drop. Now, are we going to have a retracement here and potentially get the rejection from this 21,400? And I'm going to say it is very likely to happen also. So more downside action for me is likely if we do see Bitcoin pumping all the way up here to round about this range of 21,500, 21,600. It is very likely going to get rejected from this point. We have broken with some pretty high volume, as you can see on the chart. We are seeing the volume starting to move up. Volume was going down on the retracement while we are going lower, breaking some major levels. Volume is starting to pick up here. So we could see some aggressive drops, in my personal opinion, in the next couple of days. 21,500 will be very strong resistance, in my personal opinion. I think there is a short-term scalping opportunity to retest the lows here at 20,800 and even slightly lower. The strongest level of support for me is 20,500. We can see this reflected on the 4-hourly chart. If we zoom out here, 1 second here, on the 4-hourly, that biggest point of control where the highest volume has been trading at this price level at 20,500. So if we do have a small pump potentially to round about $21,500 range and have a small consolidation, I'm going to say that I will be looking for that shorting opportunity. Of course, shorting at this level, absolutely not, because we are at the extreme lows that we've just created, consolidating. If we get that relief pump, I am looking for that next lower high here, guys. Very likely to play out, okay? This is the scenario that I am looking for, and I will share with the Telegram community. So if we do take a look at this, this is just very likely to play out. If we do get that bounce back up here to this range, we got the aggressive lower highs, we got this support level from the descending wedge. All of it points out, in the next coming hours, if we do get that pump to 21,500 and have a little bit of a reaction at this range, it's very likely going to get a drop. Very likely. We absolutely nailed a short position here. Okay, very similar. I'm just going to show you right now. Okay, you can check that video out because all my videos are there. An insane short opportunity that we did have right over here. And I remember this very well, just like if it was yesterday. If we take a look at the 1-hourly chart, a very similar scenario where we were breaking big support level. And you can check this video. I can tell you the date right away from this insane short opportunity. The date was on the 12th of June. So if you go on my YouTube channel on the 12th of June, this was a very strong support level that we did have back in May and June at the $28,500 range. What happened? We absolutely destroyed this level, having an aggressive drop and with pretty high volume. And what happened here on this move down, we were creating very aggressive lower highs right over here, as you can see with this trend line. So we broke a major level with an aggressive candle. And the trade was right over here. You can take a look at it on the 12th of June and the 13th of June on the video library. you know, riding this insane drop because we broke a major support level right over here, very much respected at the 28,600. And we also had the lower high resistance trend line breaking down, pumping all the way up, looking at the 618 level from the drop to perfection here. And that was an insane shorting opportunity, as you can see here. From this consolidation to the lowest point right there, we were closing those 1 hourly candles at the 618 and then having the aggressive drop. So of course, this is what happens when you're in a very aggressive downtrend. If you start losing important support levels after a large consolidation here of an ascending channel, you know, it is time to move lower. It is time to move lower. And this is what I think can happen with Bitcoin in the next coming days. I am leaning slightly bearish. My only hope here for Bitcoin was at the 21,500, this descending wedge scenario. You know, are we going to hold this resistance zone? And yeah, it looks like that we are losing the range. Now, can this be a fake out? Because if we go to the daily, what we want to see is a strong daily candle close below this major support range, right? This is not a successful breakout just yet, okay? We had yesterday's daily close being at the $21,300 range, okay? This is still at this range. This is not a successful breakout. We've had some price action to the downside. So this daily candle can have a massive wick to the upside, okay? A massive candle, I mean, to the upside, and just leaving a little bit of a wick here. So there is a possibility here. There is a little bit of danger here on this bearish scenario. I'm not going to say. If we do close that daily candle well below this range, then of course I'm going to be very, very bearish. I think that this is likely to have that next leg down to retest the lows. This is very, very possible. So short-term scenario, like I said, I think, you know, relief pump is likely. Stay cautious, because inside of this relief pump that it looks imminent, it's going to happen to Bitcoin, potentially hitting 21,200, 21,400, 21,500. I am going to wait to that for that reaction at this range. We got an insane resistance zone. It's a major daily level, major resistance and support in the past. We are also going to be hitting, you know, this lower low support trend line that will be resistance. We've got aggressive lower highs, just about to have an aggressive collapse, just like the scenario that I showed you from the 12th and 5th and 13th of June, if I'm correct, just a few minutes ago. So that is the kind of scenario that I am looking for here. It looks like that we are at the verge of a potential collapse from these major support levels. And I'm telling you, if Bitcoin starts losing the point of control, which is at 20,500, the drop will be very, very aggressive and very, very fast, just like what we saw here back in June, okay? The 12th, 13th, and 14th of June, falling very, very aggressively. And that is my personal opinion on Bitcoin, on what could happen. S&P 500, DXY is pumping. We are seeing a little bit of pumpy action on the DXY today. The S&P 500, I think, is bearish. I am actually in a short position on the S&P 500, just entered at these levels. There is this platform that I am starting to use again. The reason why I stopped using Prime XBT was because for the Bybit competition was focusing very much on Bitcoin and some altcoins. But now I like traditional stock market also. I like the S&P 500, maybe oil and natural gas. And you can trade this on Prime XBT, no KYC needed. And you can use Bitcoin, Ethereum, or stable coins as collateral. You get 7% added to your deposit by using the link down below in the description, guys. This is another way to support the channel, but I am going to start trading S&P 500 and some other traditional markets, and there's no better platform to do this than Prime XBT. They have a huge amount of liquidity, and I don't want to put any KYC. I don't want them to have any of my, you know, personal details, and I can use cryptocurrency with this platform, which is phenomenal. Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDC. the good thing about this, guys, I got an insane bonus for you, which is 7% added to your deposit. You deposit 10,000 bucks, you are getting $700 on top of that deposit to trade with. You got the promo code here also in the description, so you can get that bonus, guys. 7% added to your deposit, up to $7,000 worth of bonus. So let's go here straight to the road to 300 likes. Absolutely, guys, smash up that like button. Great TA, Andy, thank you very much. Just giving you my opinion. Yesterday's long position just didn't play out. I was saying to the people, you know, the possibilities and losing the level is very, very high, as we are also in this kind of ascending channel scenario, and the lows can be retested. We are actually at that range. So if you are kind of longing these levels, you need to protect your position very, very well, because, you know, the move to the downside is very, very possible. Also, coming down to the 618, guys, from the low to the highs, you know, we are inside of this retracement. So as soon as I did manage to put in some short positions here the last few days, just because I was looking for that huge rejection of the 24K, but I was, you know, feeling a little bit bullish at this range. You know, potential big bounce is possible. After having this price action to the downside, of course, we are starting to lose major levels, guys. Remember, a lot of people were insanely bullish on this uptrend. If you take a look at so many influencers channel, they were too bullish. I wasn't too bullish at this range. You know the deal. I was actually shorting at 23.8, you know, looking for this retracement. You know, this was very likely to retrace. So major levels being respected here also, as you can see, this 22.5k range getting that beautiful bounce here, creating the lower high, also a shorting opportunity that we talked about here on this, you know, very likely lower high to continue down. After we've been forming this descending wedge scenario, it looked a little bit bullish. We could have had that major pump, but for the moment, we're breaking major support levels. There's only one level where I do see a potential big bounce, and that is at the $20,500. Like I explained, we've got the largest volume point of control level at this range. We've seen support and resistance. 20,500 is a strong level, and it is also the 61865 from this pump. So we're adding confluence at that range, and we are still creating higher lows. So the possibility at the getting a bounce from this level is very, very high. Of course, would I long right now? Absolutely not. Will I long if we come down there and get a little bit of a reaction? Yes. Where am I looking for shorting opportunities? If I go here and zoom in, and we can go to the 15-minute, I'm looking for that day trade scenario where we have very, very strong resistance at the 21,500. We've had an aggressive drop here, consolidation, the possibility here, and are getting a relief rally to 21,500 is very likely in the coming hours. We got lower high resistance trend line. We got the lows here. That is the scenario. If it comes down here, I think the price will have a pretty aggressive drop, at least to that $20,500 range, that major level that we have been talking about, where we have the biggest point of control from the volume traded the last 30-40 days. So that is the kind of movement that I think can happen for Bitcoin, very, very likely. If we are pumping, I am looking for shorts, because lower is possible. Let's go through the comment section. We can take a look at some altcoins. I can see someone saying that he is shorting Ethereum. I got someone in the comment section that is shorting Ethereum. Ethereum is currently at a strong range of support. We are getting a small reaction. This is not a level too long just yet, even though we are getting a reaction. Why are we getting a reaction here from this level on Ethereum round about the $1,400 range? This was the all-time high from 2018. Ethereum reached $1,420 approximately back in 2018 in January, where it created the all-time high. This is also a major daily level that has been respected with the price action many times getting those bounces, getting those rejections. We got a perfect rejection here on the 16th of July on Ethereum. As you can see, we are currently getting a reaction. Would I long this level? Not yet, absolutely not. You know, this is very likely to come to lower levels. And why is it likely to come to lower levels? Well, because we have had a massive aggressive pump here, and we still have a long way to go for a retracement. You know, we could potentially hit that 618, 50% Fibonacci from this massive pump. We are just currently at the 382. This is also another reason why 382 is at $1,410. You know, we have the 382, we have a daily level. Price action is getting a reaction. Will it be successful here? Will it hold nicely? I'm going to say no, it's potentially not. If Ethereum gets that relief rally, if we do see Bitcoin hitting $21,500 in the next coming hours, meaning that Ethereum could get that relief rally to potentially 1,450, 1,470 range approximately. This has been a very, very strong support level, as you can see on the chart. If it does get that relief rally, you know, pumping $50, $70 approximately around that range, this is going to be strong resistance. The possibility here and getting another drop is very, very likely to come to 50%, 618 levels. It's just very likely to happen, in my personal opinion, especially if Bitcoin is looking, you know, bearish and breaking some major solid levels. So yeah, also on Ethereum, I would be looking for those shorting opportunities. Of course, I am very patient. I would be waiting for that reaction, guys. This is the thing. This does look like a pretty strong support level, right? This $1,400 range, the all-time high from 2018, has been very much respected. It's a huge daily level. You know, we can see the reaction as resistance. We are currently getting that reaction right now. So a potential bounce from this range is possible. Let's go to the 15-minute chart here. 1 second. Yeah, I mean, we can see that reaction from this range. A potential short-term bounce is very, very possible on Ethereum. And then I would be more interested in shorting, guys, than actually speculating a long position here to retest the 1,460, 1,470 range. If it does, because we could slice through this range right now. The safest trade, in my opinion, and nothing is safe, it's only safe if you have good risk management. The safest trade would be here, right? You have, I mean, massive kind of triple top right there, breaking the support level at the 1,470, 1,480, give or take, you know, $10, $20 because of the volatility. You know, if it comes all the way up to this range and consolidates, I'm not sure if it's going to go that high, but if it does, it is likely to continue back down. So that would be the kind of safest trade, in my personal opinion. If you do get that reaction, even better. If you do get multiple attempts in breaking the highs of the 1,480 resistance zone, even better. It's telling you that the bulls are getting exhausted and the bears will step back in and will create a lower high and push the price to lower levels. Biggest point of control at this range is $1,520. We do have the low part, value area low at the 1,460. So if we start hitting that level and consolidate, you know, I'm already looking for shorts at that range if we do get that relief pump on Ethereum. You know, I would be also looking for 50% Fibonacci 618 from this high to the lows, right at that 1,477, 1,490 at that range. Big zone. If it consolidates at that level, it's going to be very likely a lower high and we're coming lower. So that is what I can see on Ethereum apart from Bitcoin. Andy the Crypto King, says Tony 007. No, absolutely not. I'm no crypto king. but I like trading crypto, and I like the charts, and I like you guys. We can't go long this week. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. We do have insane news coming out tomorrow. What are the interest rate hikes going to be like? Was it 0.5? Is it 1%? We got this news from the funk. I mean, I'm going to be really cautious. Very likely I won't be trading. If my trade is in a profit, I will be protecting it from the S&P 500, of course. But we you know, volatility will happen tomorrow evening here, Central European time. Andy, you are awesome, says Kush. Thank you very much. You are also. Andy, is there any chance that we can see BTC at 19,900 or close to 19,700? And I'm going to say absolutely yes, guys. Absolutely yes, it is possible. Of course it is. As we, you know, forming this kind of, you know, ascending channel coming from a downtrend, the probabilities in breaking low here are very, very high at this point. Now, is this a redistribution event, or is it an accumulation? And this is something that I want to get out on today's video update that I will do afterwards. All right, I am analyzing something here that, you know, this can potentially be a redistribution or an accumulation, and we could get a spring point here below $18,000 if this does happen and, you know, skyrocket from that level. This is also a very, very possible scenario that I will be discussing on today's video. Just an opinion, of course, you know, because too many people are calling for $10,000 Bitcoin. So it's just something that I want to point out there. Andy, are you still going to do classes in September? Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to get a nice basic to advanced cryptocurrency course, and it's going to be just a few hours of, you know, different videos, and it's going to be straight to the point on how I successfully do my trading with very good risk management, being very patient, waiting for levels and waiting for reactions, getting all the emotions out, and, you know, just focusing on price action, volume, VPVR, you know, Fibonacci levels. I'll be doing an extension of Fibonacci and harmonics, and yeah, just good risk management so you can be a profitable trader at the end of the month. Let's take a look at Matic here for Raki. Absolutely, let's take a look at Matic right away. Why not? I remember Matic. We had a very, very successful short on Matic just a few days ago. Let me know in the comment section if you remember that Matic short. We were very much in doubt. Bitcoin was looking bullish. It was going up. Matic, it was going up very, very well also. The level that we shorted, and this was mentioned on live streams, also on the trading Telegram group that we did have, this was just a few days ago. This was just about 3 days ago approximately, where we had this level over here being very much respected. The 0.09, the 90 cent, 92 cent level, looking for that shorting opportunity right over here and taking profits at the 80 cent level to level, guys. This was absolutely an insane trade. I mean, this was a great trade. I managed to lock in some very nice profits on this trade just a few days ago. This was shared on the Telegram group, yeah, the reason why we shorted this was we were very aggressively in this lower high trend line resistance zone. The $1 level is a psychological level. We only just hit 98 cents, and, you know, I was thinking, you know, it's probably not going to retest that level, and we've had a pretty aggressive drop here on Matic. We had an aggressive uptrend that was broken. And this is, you know, one of the reasons, basic reasons why I'm saying, you know, this is getting exhausted. The probabilities after this consolidation, and to get that rejection and price action to the downside is just very, very high. It was a very, very successful trade. These are the kind of trades we want to get into. High probability trade. We broke higher low trend line looking at the 4 hourly on Matic with an aggressive drop, bouncing at a very strong support level, which was the 80 cent. But it was very likely to be retested after this lower high, creating a descending triangle scenario. And the reading was, I gotta say, it was perfect. I was in doubt. I was saying stay cautious with a short, a tight stop loss, which was at the 0.94.5 cent level at this range. If this highs are going to be claimed, you're probably going to get big volatility. Stay protected with a low stop loss. And the risk to reward here was a 3-to-1, 4-to-1 approximately, as you can see, coming down to that 80 cent level. And finally, even breaking this range. Also, what else? Apart from breaking the higher low trend line, we were hitting the 618 level, right? From this high point to the low point right there, getting the reaction at our favorite Fibonacci level, which is the 61865 range, getting that consolidation, pulling the trigger for a short, looking for the lows to be claimed. And that was an absolutely beautiful trade. So what has happened right now with Matic? What is going on? I don't care what happened with Matic. I missed that trade. I want to get into trade right now. Well, let's analyze the situation for that high probability trade right away on Matic. Got some major levels here. I want to do a little bit of a chart clear out here. We've lost the 80 cent level, which is an important level. 80 cent level was very, very important. We had the descending triangle here scenario. It's breaking support, which is at the 80 cent. It's a major daily level, as you can see here on the chart, getting very well respected as bouncers. Of course, you are bouncing every time at this important level. Are you going to long it every single time we touch it? No. Why? Because we are creating lower highs. There is selling pressure. We are going lower. We are making lower highs. It's just easy price action reading, lower highs. This is very likely going to be broken. The 80 cent level is very likely going to be broken. The selling pressure is moving down, creating the lower highs. So what is a strong level right now where we could get a bounce on Matic? Would I be looking for longs or would I be looking for shorts? Well, zooming out on the chart, we're still very aggressively in a downtrend. So in my personal opinion, looking for shorts is better. Looking for shorts is better. So where could we get that bounce? Where could we get rejected? Let's zoom in here right away on the chart and analyze the situation on Matic, because we've got a very, very strong daily level right over here at the 73 cent range. I got this box here. It was respected here as a reaction. We got that solid resistance zone here from May. I'm talking about that 73 cent level. So we're just about hitting that range. We could get a short-term bounce from this level. Am I going to long the bounce of 73 cents? No. Why? Because we could have a major drop. We have had a massive price action to the upside the last, couple of weeks. This could break and come lower. I would be more interested in shorting here the relief rally. Where would we have the strongest resistance level? Well, we know it right over here. It's the 80 cent level. The 80 cent level is the strongest resistance zone on Matic right now. We've broken the support. We do get that relief pump to 80 cents, and I will be very likely shorting that level. Yeah, we got that, high volume. Volume has been going down on the retracement from this range. We finally get a spike up in volume once we break the support level. meaning that the selling pressure is higher if we do see the price action on Matic. And this is simple chart reading, okay? Basic simple chart reading. We do get, I mean, look at the volume here on the 1 hourly, you know, this breakdown from this support level has had pressure. We've had pressure. And the likelihood of breaking the support level was very high as you were creating this descending triangle with selling pressure. So the probabilities were higher of breaking the 80-cent range. Yeah, let's, you know, if we do get that relief pump on Bitcoin to 21,500, on Ethereum to 1,461,480 range, Matic is probably going to follow these different cryptos, having that relief pump. If the volume is going to be low here on this relief pump to the 80-cent level, and we're going to get a small reaction at that range, the probability in creating a lower high at this range is just very, very high. So that would be my shorting opportunity for Matic. Of course, stay cautious on the pump that we do have here. Like I say many times, am I going to place a limit order at, because this is such a strong support, as you say, resistance, sorry. Are you going to place a limit order just in case you do get that wick and then come down straight ahead very fast? No, I would much prefer putting a alarm here at 79 cents on Matic, waiting. As soon as I get that notification on my mobile, I will jump onto the charts and I will watch to see how we are reacting at this range. And two things can happen to me, just so you can have the trader mentality. We either have a massive rejection very fast and I miss the trade. It doesn't matter. Missing a trade is still a trade. It's a good decision to miss a trade, even though it's going where you know it's going to go, where you think it's going to go. Or you know, it either consolidates at this range, having multiple attempts to break resistance, you know, something like this. This is always what I try and tell my community what I am waiting for. This kind of price action. You know, I want to see this price action right over here, happening right over here, where I know that the bulls are getting exhausted with these multiple attempts of breakout, and there is higher probability in getting that correction. So I will be waiting patiently for that, you know, multiple reaction, saying, you know, this is getting exhausted. I am entering a short right now. Overall trend is to the downside. The probabilities in creating a lower high here is very high. So that would be the kind of scenario that I am waiting for here for Matic. Volume pressure is telling me that the bears have more power. If we have a spike in volume here, when the price action is hitting 80-cent level, I will have my alarms on. I would not be interested in shorting the massive big volume, because what happens when you have a high volume on the price action? Yeah, you have more bullish momentum. You know, you can see it right over here. You could, you know, high volume. This was on the 18th of July. What happened afterwards? You had the momentum to the upside. Till you didn't have that reaction, and that stop, you didn't correct. So this is why, if we do get that massive price action to the upside with high volume, I would be extremely cautious. You could get some wicks to the upside. After this kind of price action, I will consider shorting. Let me go through the comment section right over here right away. I mean, I'm looking at, you know, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Matic. These are, you know, looking very nice for a nice trade. These look very good for a trading opportunity, and this can happen in hours, or, you know, in between today and tomorrow. Basically, that relief rally can happen in between today and tomorrow. Let's see if we can react on Bitcoin exactly at the $21,500, $21,600 range. Relief pump is likely. You can long this, speculating. It's not my style of trading, but it does look like that relief rally is imminent to the 21.4, 21.6K range on Bitcoin. I will be waiting for the reaction of this level for a potential short, guys. That is going to be my trading plan. Volume is great. We got volume indicating that the bears are in control. If this relief rally has very, very small volume, you know what's coming next. I do not know what's coming next. I do know that this is the highest probability scenario. Remember, don't try and be a genius. Don't try and know that you think that the price action is going to go that way. This is only a probability game. Make sure to protect your position and have good risk management just in case you were wrong. Andy, can you check out Solana? Absolutely. I can take a look at Solana, Gabriel, in no time. Let's take a look at Solana. I like looking at Solana. I like taking a look at, these high cap cryptocurrencies, Matic, these are the ones that are better for trading because they have less volatility. The levels are much more respected than these very low cap cryptocurrencies. And yeah, they're much better for trading. Basically, all of these cryptos can be traded on Bybit. Bybit for swing trading is the one that I use. I don't use PrimeXBT for swing trading. The fees, in my opinion, are a little bit too high for cryptos, but not for traditional markets. On PrimeXBT, they are insanely cheap for traditional markets. On Bybit, for me, is the place to go. You know the deal. If you want to sign up and get an insane bonus, you have it down below. On Bybit, it's up to $4,450 worth of bonus to claim at the rewards hub. You need to follow the steps at the rewards hub to claim the bonus. Let's take a look at Solana right away. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana is very interesting. Very, very interesting. We got this kind of scenario on Solana where we had the breakout from this lower high descending triangle. You could arguably discuss it was a little bit more symmetrical, as you did create a higher low here slightly. It was a little bit of a more symmetrical triangle. Now, is this resistance level going to hold? I'm going to say it's very unlikely it's going to hold. You could get that relief rally, such as major other altcoins that we're talking about, Bitcoin, Ethereum. That relief rally is very, very possible after this drop. But overall, let me just get this. We can get this trend line out of the way. This had some bullish momentum after we broke the trend line. As you can see, the lower high trend line. I was pretty bullish on Solana at this range just because we broke the aggressive lower high trend line. So now what is happening? Because overall, we need to zoom out, okay? We can't be extremely bullish just because we broke this trend line, guys. Thinking, okay, this is, that is it. We're going to much higher levels. Let's zoom out and remind ourselves where we at. And where we at really is in a very, very, very aggressive downtrend. So if we zoom in here and take a look at the scenarios here, we can get this trend line out of the way, because I think that this bullish momentum is coming to a kind of end. I'm going to leave this trend line just because we can see that reaction here. If we go to the 1 hourly, this trend line is getting a little bit of a reaction right there from the lower highs on Solana at this $35 level. Let's zoom out on the 4 hourly, analyze the situation. Cause we had these higher lows right over here. it looks like. I'm going to connect this to perfection. Let's connect these higher lows to perfection. Right over here. So we got the lowest point being on the 14th of June, and we got this one right over here. If I do connect this to perfection, we are basically, I'm getting the lowest point of the 14th of June. Here, this one on the 18th of June. If I connect them perfectly, we can see that, you know, we are creating an ascending channel right there. We are creating higher lows. This connection with this one is showing me a support. We didn't touch the support level here. We did touch it here. We're just about touching it here. Now, this is the interesting point right now. Ascending channels coming from an aggressive downtrend usually break to the downside, guys. It just usually does. We're looking at probabilities here. No matter how bullish you are in Solana or in crypto, we need to go with the overall trend, the overall market sentiment. And it is a reality that if we do break this support level from higher lows, you know, we are very likely going to come down to retest this $30-$31 range. It's just very likely going to happen. So it will be an opportunity to get into a quick trade, especially if you do break with high volume, right? You start getting some high volume on the breakout. Any retracement here is going to be a good opportunity to come to lower levels. And of course, if we do retest the $30 range, it's just very likely to break down, and we'll be coming down to retest the $26 level. It's just very likely to happen. The possibility in getting a bounce here and holding the range is still high. We do have a possibility in holding this level. After that relief rally, I think it's just going to be a good opportunity to get in hopping in some trades for shorting. Like I said, I am expecting lower on Bitcoin after a potential relief pump. I'm expecting lower on Ethereum after a potential relief pump. Most of the altcoins also. So if we do get that relief pump on Solana, it is time for lower levels. Very, very likely in the coming weeks. Now, what could happen on Solana? Does this mean that this low of $25-$26 is going to be broken? Or you might break it slightly and create a double bottom scenario. This is very, very possible. But the retest of these lows, looking at the 4 hourly or the daily, is just very, very likely. Like I say, in a bear market, a claim of the lows is just very, it's highly probable. When you get these relief pumps or these ascending channels, the probabilities in retesting the lows once or several times, just like we did see here in February and March of 2022, is just very, very high. Have we retested these lows much? No, we haven't. You know, and the possibility in claiming to and retesting them is just very, very high. Of course, you could get a double bottom or a triple bottom in the next coming, you know, few weeks, and then you might start having a really, really big relief pump. And this is going to be like an accumulation scenario. If you do take a look at the daily, you can have several months of accumulation at this range. But the probability in testing the $26 in the case of Solana is very, very high. It's just very, very high at this moment in time. So yeah, let me just short-term scenario on Solana. Big levels on Solana. Volume is picking up. Like I said, this is what I really like. If the volume's going down and then the volume starts picking up, it's very likely to continue that correction to the downside. So if we do get, I mean, let's find the potential scalping opportunity, day trade opportunity on Solana. So let me just, I want to clear the chart here 1 second to analyze the situation in the immediate short term. Aggressive lower highs on Solana, looking at the last few days. So the trend is your friend. Short-term trend is to the downside. If we do get a relief pump, are you going to be bullish, or are you going to try and catch the next lower high from this downtrend? I'm going to answer that. I'm going to try and catch the next lower high for some gains, because I do think that lower is possible. Of course, we do have the scenario of, it is hitting the 618, or, we are hitting support. We could get a big bounce. It is possible. We're hitting the 7.8. 618 did not hold. We're hitting the 7.8 Fibonacci level, getting that reaction from the 7.8 from this pump. We are hitting the support, holding by a thread, which I do think it's going to be broken. In my opinion, I think it's going to break down. It's going to break. So I will go with this downtrend. I'm going to go with this short-term downtrend for a potential day trade. I'm going to analyze volume here, and volume pressure is telling me that this is going down. This is going down. We have the volume going down, as you can see, and then suddenly volume is going up while the price action is going down. So this means that lower is likely. What are the most important levels here? The $38. $38 range is the most important level at this moment if Solana were to have a retracement. Why? Because once we saw this price action to the downside with volume going high, consolidation, breakdown, volume going higher from this breakdown, if the price action in the short term has a relief rally to that $38 range in the next 1 to 2 days, guess what? There is a high probability that we are going to continue this downtrend, guys, if the volume is telling us that the price action is pushing down. The volume is pushing down, price action is pushing down. So, that would be my shorting level, that $38 range. I would absolutely love a little bit of a reaction, because you can see it here on the chart. Look at this. Did it drop straight away once we had a retracement? No, we had this kind of price action and then it dropped. We retraced. We had this kind of price action, then it dropped. We dropped again. If we do retrace to this level, I'm not going to rush into a trade. I want to see this kind of price action, guys. Right over here again at that $38. So I have time to see that the bulls are getting exhausted. If the volume is going lower on this retracement, it's giving me higher probability for the price to come lower. So that is going to be my level. I am actually going to put an alarm here. It's fun because this is how I make my trading also. Analyzing the charts for people here in the community, and I'm looking at my trading levels. I'm going to set an alarm. I'm going to wait patiently to see how we react at those levels, and then potentially trigger a shorting opportunity for lower. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Bearish divergence, says Ivan Naresta. Bearish divergence on what time frame, on what asset? I guess it would be Bitcoin, but you're looking at the RSI. There can be multiple different types of divergence on stochastic, on RSI, you name it. So I would assume it's RSI. RSI indicating is oversold, in my opinion, says Joshua. Let's take a look at the RSI indicator. I mean, I do get the RSI sometimes for fun, just for some divergence. It's not a very, very reliable indicator. Is it oversold on the, it's oversold on the 1 hourly, it's oversold on the 15-minute, I guess, not too much on the 15-minute. On the 4 hourly, it's oversold also. So, you know, that potential relief pump is possible. But yeah, I mean, I've seen RSI oversold, you know, and going to extreme oversold territory. Look at this. RSI was oversold here on the 13th of June, or on the 12th of June already. We were trading at round about, you know, what was it, 26, 27K levels. And we were at oversold. What happened? Yeah, we dropped another $10,000, even though the RSI was oversold. So this is not a reliable indicator. You know, you can see it here. I want to see indicators that have proven, you know, that are reliable on Bitcoin. RSI is a lagging indicator. It's not reliable. I use it sometimes for exhaustion to see bearish, bullish divergence, at least on the 4 hourly chart. If you take a look at the 1 hourly 15-minute chart on the RSI, yeah, you can just you can crumble it and throw it in the bin because it's absolutely worthless. Right, like baby says, Racing Pixel, please smash that like button. Absolutely, we got over 600 people watching the live stream. This is absolutely insane. Let me just take a look at the poll here, because my question: are you bearish in the coming weeks for Bitcoin? And I got 68% of the people saying yes, they are bearish on Bitcoin. More people bearish than bullish. I am actually inside of that 68%, guys. I am actually bearish also. Funny, because I was bullish yesterday. I was only short-term bullish, you know. I was only looking for that relief pump on this descending wedge scenario, looking for that 21.5k level to hold. And guys, like I said, there is a possibility today's daily close is going to be very important for me. Why? Because if we do close below this middle range of 21.5, where we had major daily candle closes that have been, you know, very much respected, as you can see here. This daily level, right? This was already a daily level that wasn't claimed. Once we claimed it, look what happened. Well, massive volatility, but you were closing daily candles at the same level. This is why this is so important. These daily zones are very, very important. It's the kind of one of the value area high levels on the VPVR. From this range, as you can see, you know, this range, you do have a kind of a value area high at the 21.5. This daily level closes below this range. Woof, it's going to be looking very, very bearish, guys. It's going to be looking very bearish. This higher low structure is potentially going to come to an end, and no higher lows will be created. We'll be looking for that double bottom. You know, if you are bullish like me, if you are an extreme moon boy, I'm going to be, you know, hoping for that double bottom, right? Actually, no, I do prefer Bitcoin coming down to $10,000, because I do want to buy Bitcoin at $10,000. It would be a dream for me. It would be a dream. And no financial advice, guys, but you need to see that as a dream also. Bitcoin ain't going nowhere. It's very likely going to go up in value in the near future. So, wow, buying Bitcoin at 10K, bring it on, baby. It would be absolutely phenomenal. Seb, how are you doing? I'm bearish too. I got Seb here, one of my other strongest moderators. I got Seb, I got Joseph. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for the insane support. I got Scotty here also, very active. If not RSI, please tell us what the most reliable indicator is, Andy. Most reliable indicator is your experience. And that is basically it. Most reliable indicator would be your experience. Price action and volume, I think, is key. I like VPVR level to see where are the strongest volume ranges. Also, VPVR. BTC going down. It is. BTC is dropping at this moment. It looks like it wants to retest. Oh, it's having we could see a kind of a swing failure pattern here. Inverted Bart-Simpson pattern. It's had a very, very strong lot of volatility at this moment. Let's go to the 5-minute chart and check out this volatility. Yeah, I mean, I'm still thinking that a reversal here in the short term is possible. Inverted Bart-Simpson pattern, and then of course getting exhausted at this 21.5. That would be my highest probability trade scenario if we do get a reaction at this range. Still think the relief rally is possible. We're just getting a little bit of volatility, a little bit of excitement at this moment on Bitcoin. Look at BTC on the lower time frame. Yeah, on the 5-minute, we're just getting a little bit of volatility. I do still think that this could be an inverted Bart-Simpson pattern. I think that's what's going to play out here. Very likely. After the Bollinger Bands squeezed on the 15-minute, we broke to the downside. Yeah, I mean, this is another indicator that I think you can put in the trash, in my personal opinion. Just like moving averages, I'm just going to show you my style of reading the market. I'm also, you know, when I get my course out, I'm not going to be talking about moving averages or Bollinger Bands or stochastic RSI. None of that is going to be in. It's just going to be pure market structure and learning how to wait for a reaction at the strongest levels for that imminent rejection. Nothing else. Inverse Bart-Simpson. You got that right. Inverse Bart-Simpson pattern. This is a pattern created when the start of the existence of Bitcoin. Right, let's go through the comment section. Go through the comment section right away. Phantom, please checks for Komar. Absolutely, watching this crap happen live is great. Yeah, absolutely. I think I think this is gonna pump. I think we are pumping, baby, to 21.4, 21.6k range in the next coming hours. Very, very possible. Let's see what happens. You know, I mean, I'm only predicting that can happen. Would I long here? No. Would I short here if it happens? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Oh, I mean, this is the good thing for people that are scalping. I'm not much of a scalper myself. I'm more of a day trader, swing trader. But looking at the 5-minute is phenomenal to see the high volume. We're getting a little bit of high volume right now, but the volume overall is still lower than the start of this very aggressive drop. I mean, look at this. I'm talking about the $21,500 major daily zone, very much respected in the past as resistance and support. You know, to break this level, you've got that short-term bounce here. Got this bounce here. Also, this is where I longed because I was looking for that bounce. I was going to add to my position, but we got a big, massive pump. If you have a big, massive pump and you come back down to retest the level, you know, it's very, very possible that, you know, it's going to break down. This is why I protected position, got stopped out early this morning. That's the end of the story. Let's look for other opportunities. Like I said, to break this level that has been respected, we needed a huge amount of volume. So if we come back up and retested it with low volume and consolidate, it's going to come down with high probability. Volume reading is and market structure is, for me, the most efficient, most important way in reading the charts despite any other indicators. Because remember, guys, just a few days ago, what successful trade did I get into on Bitcoin? Does anybody remember here? If you are an old subscriber, at least a subscriber from last week, let's get the VPVR level out of the way. Do you remember what trade I got into? A day trade just a few days ago. To be exact, it was on the 23rd of July. This was only 3 days ago. Shorting the $22,900 level down here to this $22,500, and even having some trade open here at $22,000, making some pretty insane gains. Just a quick explanation here on why I shorted. Reason number one, market structure, getting that rejection from that $24,000 major resistance, creating a lower high. Your market structure in the short term is already to the downside. So going lower is highly probable. Rule number one, zooming in here on the 15-minute, I had very well marked up this very strong level at $22,900 right over here, where the price action was respected several times, as you can see. So that is a level, that is a major level, seeing that reaction 3 times on the chart. And when you have a breakdown like this with this amount of volume, and you are going to retrace back up to that level here with low volume, guess what? Yes, baby, I am shorting this. I am going to short it because the overall market structure is to the downside and the volume is pushing down. And when you have the bulls fighting with low volume into a resistance level, the high probability in coming down to retest the lows and even go lower is very highly probable. You can check that live stream or video that I created here on the 23rd of July. And you're going to see that short opportunity, that short position live. You will see it. That was just 3 days ago. And this is the kind of scenario that I'm waiting for Bitcoin. Now, if we go lower, then I missed my high probable trade. If we go higher and we go with a low volume, like I just showed you with the volume breaking a massive level of support, it's likely to turn as resistance. And not only that, you got market structure in the short term, right, for the last few days, creating lower highs. You have lower high resistance trend line. So you adding up a lot of confluence. The probabilities here and getting that rejection and going lower is very high, guys. So that would be the high probability trade. Of course, I have many of you inside the comment section saying, I want to trade. What shall I do? Should I short or should I long? I'm not doing absolutely anything here. I'm just waiting for the highest probability scenario, which would be that point. I would be very much interested in shorting that 21.5 if we do get a small reaction. Right, I got Joseph, Seb, thanks guys. Andy, are you shorting? No, I am not at this moment. If I were to do anything here, I would long to the 21.4, 21.5. With a potential stop loss at this low level, below this low maybe. But of course, don't do it. If I would to do anything here is no trade or long trade in the short term. Of course, I'm going to choose no trade because we are in a very aggressive downtrend and lower as possible. If we do get that retracement, I am looking already for that 21.5. If we do take a look at Fibonacci retracement from this high to the lows, it would be around about the 50% Fibonacci level. Could we hit 21.7 with a little bit of volatility and get that reaction? It is possible. It is very possible. If you do start creating lower highs here, trying to get above this range, I will be looking very good. We kind of create a mini descending triangle here on the 15-minute chart. Ooh, that is going to be looking very, very juicy for a shorting opportunity. Let's take a look here on Scotty. Thanks for the super chat. Very much appreciated. Andy, can you check Atom, please? Andy, thank you for all the support in Telegram. You absolutely welcome. Yeah, let's take a look at Atom right away for Scotty. Very strong supporter, very active in the Telegram group. Let's take a look. Super chat, let's go. Super chats. Thanks, Racing Pixel. Thanks, Joseph. Thank you, Seb. My moderators here give me insane support. Let me know when we have super chats. Thank you, guys. Let's take a look at Atom right away here for Scotty and see what's going on. See what's going on for Atom. Zooming out right away on Atom. Let's go to the daily chart. Right, we did lose the summer lows, got rejected in the short term and had a major bounce. We got rejected once but created a higher low, and the buying pressure was continuing back up. Hang on 1 second here. Let me just focus on what is happening. So this hasn't really been a successful breakout from the summer lows of 2021. It hasn't been a successful breakout. We can see, you know, a consolidation at that range, currently above the summer low levels of 2021. Let's go and zoom in a little bit in the 4-hourly time frame. We were having a very nice healthy uptrend, you know, for the last few weeks on Atom. Is this uptrend getting exhausted? I mean, this is the thing with some altcoins, you know, you do dip below this kind of ascending channel scenario, right? Let me just get this. Damn it. Ascending channel right here. A lot of fake outs from the resistance and support levels, right? Let me just adjust this a little bit. Right, we are in an ascending channel. We've broken down. Is this a fake out, or are we going to go lower? There we have something very important on Atom, which is the biggest point of control at this moment is at the $9, you know, $9.20 level. So it is still technically short-term bullish. These are only, you know, this is just a bunch of volatility. You are still creating higher lows. So any retail trader, you know, would say, we broke the channel, you know, we're going to go lower, I'm shorting. What happens? You get absolutely exterminated from this breakdown of the channel. You are still technically creating higher lows. The safest bet here would be breaking the last higher low for a, you know, for a potential shorting opportunity on the bounce. We are getting supported from the strongest point of control on Atom. It's a very, very difficult area, you know. If anything, this would have been a longing opportunity. Or, of course, protecting the position, because ascending channels usually break to the downside, and you are at that breaking point. So, but you are in an uptrend channel still. Basically, this could still be a fake out, just like the one we had here. We are at the biggest point of control from the volume traded the last 60-70 days. This is a very, very hard decision right there. Of course, if I do have hard decisions, what do? I don't trade. That's it, simple. You know, if I'm in doubt of something getting a bounce from a level or breaking the support or going lower, you know, guess what I do? I do not trade. I do not trade. I only trade if I see a high probability scenario. So right at this moment, you got the lows from May and the beginning of June, right? Where we did get a reaction at that level. We did get a retracement from this range, okay? This is a range. There's no exact dollar level. It's a range where you get that resistance, come down. You have a kind of a fake out. This is not a successful breakout from the highs. It's just in a nice ascending channel right over here. Come back down. You come back up. And right now, you are basically, you know, this has been a pretty impressive move to the upside, getting above the biggest point, the biggest point of control, the point of control basically, from the volume trade of the last 60, 70 days. So, you know, that the possibility in getting a bounce here is very high. And this being a fake out, you know, you're still technically creating higher lows. You are hitting the 618 level from this low to the highs, as you can see here on the chart, getting that quick bounce, 618 level from this pump, point of control. I mean, this was a dive in, right? You should have dived into a trade here for a long position just a few hours ago. Why? Just there is enough confluence with the 618 level, of course. The biggest point of control, it's worth a quick long position and protecting your capital. We go straight here into the 1 hourly chart. I mean, this would have been that would have been the trade basically. This spike down to the 618. Of course, it's a risky one. You're not getting a reaction, but you are basically hitting the point of control right there. Exactly at the $8.90 basically. This is a very hard one, I've got to say. This is a very hard one. In my opinion, because I am bearish on Bitcoin and on Ethereum basically, after this relief pump, I would expect Atom to create a lower high on this potential relief pump, right? Consolidating here. If it does have a round formation in the next couple of days in this relief pump, it will be a shorting opportunity because it's likely going to break the lows here if Bitcoin does continue back down. All right, that would be the high probability scenario for me on Atom. Lower is most likely ascending channels usually break to the downside finally, and this is very likely getting exhausted. Bitcoin is at a breaking point at this moment. If we do zoom out, we are at a breaking point of the support level of this ascending channel, and it's very likely to happen in the next coming days, in my opinion. I would be very impressed. I will not be losing money, of course, but I'll be very impressed if I do see Bitcoin having a massive big spike here, V-shaped recovery in the next coming days to claim the 24K levels. This is not the kind of structure you would expect after retesting the lows here for the 4th time on an ascending channel. So I would be bearish on Atom on the relief pump, and that is what I got to say. Scotty, thanks for the super chat. Hope there is a little bit of clearance on that explanation. Gala, goodbye or not, says Chris Campbell. Gala, goodbye or not? Let's take a look at Gala right away. Almost 400 likes, road to 500 likes. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at Gala right away. I mean, there are some charts. I mean, this is that Atom chart is a little bit complicated. Of course, that pump from the point of control in 618, it was a kind of a must trade, right? Let's just take the risk, have good risk management. As soon as you start pumping, protect your position. You know, if you come back down and consolidate, you always have time to re-enter the trade, right? Is Gala a good buy? Gala got absolutely destroyed. It got destroyed. And I do like this project, this gaming project, where you can build your gaming project inside of the Gala network. It's a really interesting project, no doubt in my mind. Gaming is moving up. Gaming is moving up, okay? There's more people playing games and online every single year. It's just going up and up and up and up. Streaming, gaming, it's just going up and up and up. And Gala is just an insane project, moving the gaming industry into crypto. So, I mean, I think this one is very likely going to do well in the next bull run. And your question here, Chris, is Gala a good buy? Well, I'm going to say, if you are bullish and believe in the project, this is the moment you want to buy. I have no idea about the team, about the fundamentals of the project. Who is backing up the project? Do they have large investors? What are they doing weekly? Are they moving forward with different stuff for the project to go forward? I have absolutely no idea. But if you are bullish on a project for the future, this is definitely the moment you want to start buying, when the price action is flattening out. This has been flat for over 2 months right now. Could it come slightly lower? Yes, but this is clear bearish exhaustion, right? Where there's no more selling pressure. People don't have more tokens to sell, basically. And there's no one buying. Maybe smart money is buying. So yeah, this is in my personal opinion, this is a good buy zone on Gala. So yeah, this is the moment you want to start buying a crypto that you're bullish on. Thanks for the super chat, guys. Remember, Gala can actually be traded on Bybit also. I mean, I'm not a fan of trading, these high, risk assets, okay? Because they are low in market capitalization. They are highly manipulated. They can have massive wicks and candles to the downside, to the upside. But if you are interested, of course, on Bybit is where I trade most of my crypto. It's, really cheap on fees, and you do get an insane bonus on Bybit if you use my link, $4,450 to be claimed at the rewards hub. This is another way to support the channel. Of course, I am getting a small commission because of this, but this wants me to, it makes me want to continue with this free content education on YouTube. On PrimeXBT, which is my favorite trading platform for trading S&P 500, oil, gold, natural gas. I am full in crypto. I save dollars in crypto, in stable coins. I am not interested in opening a broker, in a broker like Interactive Brokers, or using NinjaTrader as a platform, because you need to have a bank account, you need to have dollars, and this is super highly centralized. With this one, I am trading different markets using crypto, no KYC required. This is absolutely phenomenal. I use this platform to accumulate Bitcoin because I do use Bitcoin as my funds. When I have successful trades, I gain in Bitcoin, I transfer it to my cold wallet, and this is absolutely phenomenal. I can trade, different markets such as S&P 500, oil, gold, natural gas. Guys, you do get 7% added to your deposit if you are interested, okay? 7% added to your deposit. You deposit $10,000, you're getting $700 on top of your deposit. I have full video tutorials also down below in the description. You need to use Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code to get that 7% added to your deposit. Guys, check out Bitcoinsensus website. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to get a video afterwards talking about some potential scenarios on Bitcoin. Can it be an accumulation phase? And we're not going to drop much lower than $18,000 in the next coming weeks. And we could get a massive big spring point. This is something I'm going to discuss on a video, looking at the higher time frames, looking at the potential scenarios in the next coming months. My opinion, of course, you are free to comment to say, this guy is crazy, he doesn't have any clue of what he's talking about, or this guy's a genius, and I absolutely love his content. Guys, smash up that like button. On your way out, check out the Bitcoinsensus website for the latest news and technical analysis ideas. Is posted every single day here. If you want to know about crypto news, price of Bitcoin and Ethereum drop again. Do you want to know why? Check out the article that is posted just a few hours ago here on the Bitcoinsensus website. We've got full information here of different things. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Joseph, Seb, rest of the community, thank you, and I will see you in the next one.